And it is Take Your Daughters and Sons to Work Day this week. So this week I took my daughter to work in my car, eating food, talking on microphone. My daughter Fiona is here. And Fiona, before we begin the show, I should mention who the sponsor is. Who's our sponsor?
Boost Mobile.
And what do we like about Boost Mobile? Well, your phone's on Boost Mobile, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
All right, so it is Take Your Daughters and Sons to Work Day. I should mention I have a son. My son opted out this year. I guess this is what happens when you turn 16. You opt out of doing a food podcast in your father's car. Where do you stand on this, Fiona?
I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed in him?
Mm-hmm.
He let the team down?
He really did.
Did he see this coming?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so where are we eating today? She's looking around her shoulder. She's not quite sure.
Grecian Kitchen.
Grecian Kitchen. It's in Skokie. It's on Dempster Street, just east of, I wanted to say Pulaski, east of Crawford. This is your typical Greek restaurant in the city and suburbs. A little bit of everything. They've got gyros. They've got burgers. They've got hot dogs. They've got grilled chicken sandwiches. That's what you got. You got the grilled chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And they do a special burger of the month every now and then. They've got the Joe Madden burger. You know, technically we're north side here. So they've got a Joe Madden burger on a pretzel roll, which sounded really good. I decided to go with a much more standard gyros. Now, you put ketchup on your chicken sandwich. You like ketchup on chicken? There's some people who don't like that at all.
I really like it on chicken.
And you were avoiding the French fries, but I couldn't resist. We had to get French fries. We got cheese fries.
Yeah.
Now, where do you stand on the cheese sauce on the fry as opposed to like the like the Merck's cheese? Do you have a preference?
The Merck's is better.
Try this though. It's kind of yummy. And do you have enough napkins?
Yeah.
All right. So my daughter Fiona, who's here for Take Your a little hot, huh? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My daughter Fiona is in 6th grade. You are technically a middle schooler now.
Mm-hmm.
How's school treating you?
Fine.
What do you like about it?
There are more opportunities to do stuff than in elementary school.
Like, what do you mean?
Like sports.
Because you've done volleyball and basketball.
Yeah.
What's your preference?
They're both really different.
They are, but is there one that's more fun for you or one you feel you're better at?
I'm better at basketball, but I enjoy volleyball more.
But you're also super tall, too. Watching you play basketball, how tall do you think you are? 5'8"?
Yeah.
You're very tall for a 6th grader. You are the girl who none of the opposing team girls want to be defended by.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can block everything they try to put up there.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you play basketball, you play volleyball. Now, this is exciting. We're recording this, obviously, at the end of April. You're getting ready to go on your first big away trip for school. Now, when I was your age, Fiona, I went on the same trip to White Pines, which is like a dude ranch, about two hours away from here, like by Rockford. You spend a few days there, you go horseback riding. Like, what else do you do out there?
You have like mini classes where you like learn, like one of the classes is fossiling.
So you like dig for fossils, right? You
Yeah.
get like I don't know what you call it, like a hammer, and you go to a quarry, and you look for fossils.
And you get to keep any of the fossils that you find.
So what are you expecting to find? Like a bug embedded in a rock, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Or maybe a dinosaur bone?
No.
No kids ever found that. I think that's the holy grail. No kids ever found a dinosaur bone there. All right, so you have that coming up. You also have a birthday coming up. Your last year as a tween is about to start. When we go home, what's going to happen?
I don't know.
You're going to be smothered and attacked by our dog.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a dog. We have a dog whose birthday is 2 days after Fiona's. Her name is Shazam. Tell people listening about our dog. We have a Bernese Mountain Dog. Oh, Fiona has food in her mouth. She just let me know. So we got this Bernese Mountain Dog back at the end of July. Well, then don't put more food in your mouth. I want you to talk about the dog. And she's amazing. She's probably 70 pounds at this point. And if you've never seen a
Yeah.
Bernese Mountain Dog, big black coat with accents of white and caramel. Just a really pretty dog.
She's very cute and she's very playful.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes she could be unobedient. She doesn't like to listen. She's very stubborn.
She's very stubborn. And that's something I didn't know before we got the dog. And apparently everyone who's ever experienced a Bernese Mountain Dog is well aware, oh, yeah, that's a really stubborn breed. Like, isn't this true? You can look
Yeah.
at the dog, tell her something, she knows exactly what you're saying, and she just chooses to ignore it.
Yeah.
She has nothing. She wants nothing to do with it.
She lives in her own little world.
She does. Well, I think we all kind of do, Fiona. All right, how's the chicken sandwich treating you?
It's really good.
All right, I'm going to bust into the gyros here. Feel how heavy this is.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. Now, when I had you do this 2 years ago, we did the Take Your Kids to Work Day show. We talked about food you liked, and I remember you saying if you had to choose any food in the world, it would be fruit. That was your favorite food. Now, it's a couple years later, you're in middle school. Has your opinion changed? Do you have like a favorite type of cuisine?
Not really.
You're perfectly happy eating fruit or a nice salad?
Yeah.
All right, so now what do you find me eating more of? Fruits and salads?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what?
What do you see me eating more of?
Oh. Red meat.
I don't eat as many sweets.
Yeah. You really don't.
No, I've been trying to be good. Although we went to Trader Joe's yesterday morning to get groceries, and you identified literally my weakness. This is my kryptonite. It was a container of like baked lemon squares with frosting on them. Now, what did you say when you bought or when we got those?
Can you please make them last until Monday?
And I said,
It'd be scary if we didn't make it last.
and what happened?
They're all gone.
Like clockwork. You called it. They're completely gone. So now, for someone who listens to this podcast, Fiona, people know me through eating food with strangers in my car. I'm here with my daughter in the car. How would you describe me? Honest and unfiltered. How would you describe your father?
Well, I'm not embarrassed to be around you.
That right there. I can end the podcast now. That's all I need to hear. But? Is there a but?
But sometimes you go a little bit overboard with the sweets and like the meats.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's a given.
And
Do you like a good dad joke every now and then?
your jokes are bad.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
They never make you laugh?
Well, they make me laugh because they're so corny.
Is that a dad thing?
Yeah.
All right, so what kind of music are you listening to these days? I know we have different tastes in music. Right?
Yeah.
So what are some artists that you like?
Haley Steinfeld, Alessia Cara. Yeah.
Are you just making names up to mess with me?
Those are real artists.
Okay.
I'm not making names up.
Say the names again.
Haley Steinfeld and Alessia Cara.
These could be girls in your class for all I know.
They're not.
You go to school with them, right?
No.
They're in your algebra class?
I don't take algebra.
That was a trick question. What classes do you take?
Math, science, LA, social studies.
And
Yeah.
this year's different because you got to take electives.
Yeah. I
That
have
was a big change for you.
Spanish, band, geometry, and adventure stories.
Let's talk about band. You play the sax,
Yeah.
which is a cool instrument. Do you still like playing it?
Yeah.
And there are a few kids in your class who play it, right?
Yeah. There are two other sixth graders.
And specifically, what kind of saxophone do you play?
The alto
The
saxophone.
alto sax, right? Do you think it's something? I mean, it's hard to look ahead this way, but do you think it's something when you're done with school you'll want to keep doing? Want to keep playing?
No.
Or done with middle school? Really? You'll be done before high
No,
school?
no. Like when I'm done with high school, I'll be done.
Maybe you'll do band when you're in high school?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
See, I see you looking ahead to high school. I see you as one of those kids who's going to like do a little bit of everything. Because you like sports, you like
Yeah.
band. I could see you doing student government. I could see you doing all kinds of activities.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, I'm mentally preparing myself for not seeing you at all for those 4 years because you're going to be involved in all that stuff.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, Noah does baseball. We never see him because he has practices like every day of the week, it seems, or games.
Yep.
So, all right, quick update. We did this together 2 years ago. Since then, how are you and Noah getting along these days?
Not well.
What's going on? How can I help?
He's just a teenager.
He can be a little quiet, a little reserved. I think I was too when I was his age. Do you need to hug more, do you think?
Yeah, I really do believe that we need more hug time.
You know, life is just so much easier when you hug everything out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And as we're recording this, we're days away from Avengers Infinity War, which you know I'm excited about. I bought those tickets like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you did.
You like those movies, right?
Yeah, I do.
But we go every premiere weekend, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther was awesome.
It was a really good movie.
It was a really good movie. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Like, just superhero movies?
Mm-mm. Any.
I only have a favorite movie.
Is there one you can watch over and over again? Like a movie you know that if it comes on, you're going to sit through the rest of it?
No. I don't like rewatching movies.
Really? Did you get that from me?
I like to rewatch TV shows.
Okay, now what TV show are you completely bonkers about right now? It's the Canadian show, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's Heartland, and I watch it. It's like a 10-season show,
It's like a family drama.
and each episode's an hour long, and I watch each episode at least 3 times each every year.
Yeah, you've binged your way through that several times.
Yeah.
But the problem is, because it's a Canadian production, they're like 3 seasons ahead of what you've seen.
Yeah. It's really frustrating.
Because Netflix gets it like 2 years after the fact.
Yeah.
So you've told me over and over again how you want to move to Canada, but it's really only so that you can catch up on the show.
It really is.
It has nothing to do with Canadian living.
Well, I like Canada, too. It's a cool, like, country.
Mm-hmm. You've never been, but we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Fair warning, though, I'll be eating lots of poutine. That's the French fries with the cheese curds and the gravy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing. It's delicious. It's delicious. All right, so one thing I was wondering, someone asked me this the other day, and I had a really hard time answering it because I think I'm just too old to even put this together, but what's the first thing you remember as a living being? Can you remember the very first thing that you remember? Like, what's your earliest memory? I had a really hard time trying to remember mine. I'm not sure I know what it is. But I figure you're closer to 0 than I am.
I feel like when I was, like, at the daycare preschool thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I got in trouble.
When did you get it? You've never gotten in trouble.
Because I, like pushed up against the table, and I remember having to sit on the corner. And that's the first thing I remember in my life.
Well, I'm just hearing about this, and you're grounded.
No, I, like, didn't even do anything. I think they just put me in the corner. It's really frustrating.
Nobody puts Fiona in a corner. That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, so what are you doing this summer?
I go to camp.
So are you doing cooking camp again?
Yeah.
And explain that. You do a different recipe every day?
There's, like, cooking camp seniors and then cooking camp juniors. I'm in cooking camp seniors, and we cook lunch while the juniors cook, like, the snack every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really fun.
And you still get to go outside and do stuff.
Yeah, we go to the pool 3 times a week for, like, 2 hours. And we go outside to play in the park that's right outside the camp.
I can't wait for summer. I can't wait. And, of course, I'm saying that after we just finished an April that felt like February. I think we're all pretty much there. What else are you looking forward to, just in general?
No more school.
Although you do have fun at school, right?
Yeah, but it's just like there's construction at our school, and it's like really disturbing.
A ton. There's a ton of construction at your school right now.
Yeah. Remodeling our school completely.
The entire school. Mm-hmm. So they basically tore up the field where they have recess all the time. So what do you do for recess if there's no field?
They have this little fenced-in pen that's a super narrow space that they have us hang out in.
It almost looks like you're in trouble
Yeah.
when you're there.
It's really
like
miserable.
you've all been bad. You've been bad kids. All right, this gyros is delicious. I keep forgetting this is an option here in Skokie. This is Grecian Kitchen. This gyros is really outstanding stuff. I'm very happy with this. I ate a ton of food earlier today. I'm going to be going to bed before you tonight. When do you go to bed these days? Like 8:30ish? Mm-hmm. That seems reasonable. All right, anything else you want to talk about?
Go to Instagram and follow Shazam the dog. She really needs more followers. She's really cute, so follow her.
A lot of the pictures are taken by you.
Mm-hmm.
You do a fine job. My hand is covered in all kinds of gyro meat sauce. I feel a little gross. Now, what's the plan when we leave here?
To go to Red Mango.
Red Mango, which is the frozen yogurt
Yeah.
place. You love a good bowl of froyo, don't you?
I do.
I do too. All right, Fiona, thank you for being part of this for Take Your Daughters and Sons to Work Day. Noah, we missed you. Noah.
Noah. The worst brother ever.
Stop it. Stop it. He is not.
Yes, he is.
He's a complicated teenage boy. He's a good boy. He just didn't want to be on the show today. I get it. I've had other guests turn me down. I tried to get Chris Kattan from SNL to do my car. He wouldn't do it. So Noah's a lot like Chris Kattan is what I'm saying. All right, Fiona, who again sponsors this show?
Boost Mobile.
That's right, and we love Boost Mobile.
Yeah, we do.
Will you say that Boost Mobile is the greatest?
Boost Mobile is the greatest. By far.